Do you believe that who you are makes a difference? If you're wondering about that, I encourage you to watch the movie It's a Wonderful Life. But I also want to tell you about a story that was in the original Chicken Soup for the Soul book called Who You Are Makes a Difference. And it's a process that was developed by Halise Bridges of Del Mar, California. So well, let me give you a background on that story and the process. It's where um, a teacher used it in her class and then gave each student a blue ribbon and told them why they were making a difference. And then their homework was to give a ribbon to someone else to pin it on their chest. And then they were giving them an extra ribbon and they're passing this along to see and let people know how they were making a difference in their lives. So I used this in a class that I was teaching for parents whose children were not attending school. The parents were court ordered to attend this parenting class, and so they were not happy campers for having to be there. And so I did this blue ribbon with them. They were there for a total of about 6 weeks, and their children's ages ranged from 7 to 17. So on about the 4th week of class, I'd gotten to know them. And so I went around and with each person, with each parent, I pinned a blue ribbon, just above their heart. And I told them why they were making a difference in my life. And I thanked them for that. And I gave them a blue ribbon for them to give to their children. And then they were going to come back the next class and report it. Now, the story in Chicken Soup for the Soul, this one executive is given a blue ribbon by a junior executive who'd been given a blue ribbon by a high school student. And the executive went home, and while he was driving home, he thought, who should I give this to? Oh, my son, my 14-year-old son. And so he told his 14-year-old son about the day and about that he knew that sometimes he yelled at him and didn't tell him that he loved him and all of that. But he wanted him to know how special he was and that he did love him and he really made a difference in the dad's life. The 14-year-old son started sobbing. And he said that he had planned on committing suicide the next day because he thought his father didn't love him at all. And it was like, oh my gosh. Now, the power of all of that, right? Back to the class that I was teaching. That night, after I finished the class, this mother who was Spanish speaking only, we had an interpreter in the class. I wasn't pausing the class when I was teaching for her to interpret. I was just teaching, and she was a great interpreter and was interpreting for this woman. But this mom came up to me with her interpreter. The mom gave me a hug, and she said that, and she's touching the blue ribbon, and she said, told me thank you. She was crying. I started crying, and she said that she had planned on committing suicide herself. And she thanked me because now she knew that she did not need to do that. Okay? I was a teacher of this class and I made a difference in her life. But whoa, she made a difference in mine too. The power of those words, of telling somebody who you are makes a difference. You really contribute to me and my life. And I want you to know that I thank each and every one of you. Thank you. Who you are makes a difference in my life. Thank you so much.